Have you ever worked on a product that made complete sense on paper? The research was positive, the funding was there, the team was ready. Then the product hits the shelf and it evaporates. Harvard Business School research suggests up to 95% of new products fail every year. It happens even when the data looks great and the launch date is perfectly timed. The problem usually starts in the brief. Most product teams write out target market, demographics, price points, budgets, and a long list of physical features. They mistake an idea for a concept. An idea describes what a physical product actually does. A concept explains why a customer needs it and why they should believe it. When the physical features are locked in before the purpose is defined, the team often spends months perfecting a solution for a problem the customer doesn't actually have. By the time they write the concept, they are simply trying to justify a product that has already been built. When Dietrich Mateschitz built Red Bull, he did not start in a lab trying to invent a new chemical formula. He started by identifying a specific psychological feeling, pushing your own limits, performing at your absolute peak, and having unlimited physical energy. He engineered the physical drink to fit that exact feeling. The concept provided the specifications for the engineering. The final product was the physical manifestation of that peak performance blueprint. To address that high failure rate, we have to look at the architectural foundation of a product, starting with consumer tension. This is the friction point. It is the clear gap between what a customer desperately wants and what the current market gives them. Before Airbnb, travelers faced a massive gap. They wanted to feel at home and have an authentic local experience. The market only offered them expensive, sterile hotels. Connected to that tension is the human truth. This is a deep, often unspoken feeling that goes far beyond your specific category. Nike doesn't sell the physical features of foam and fabric. They address a universal human doubt, the fear of not being athletic enough to even start. Facts in a brief only inform a customer. Identifying a deep human truth is what actually persuades them to care. Resting on that foundation is the promise, the functional and emotional benefit the product delivers. Dollar Shave Club answered what's in it for me instantly. The functional value was cheap razors delivered to your door. The emotional relief was the end of the frustrating trip to the drugstore. A promise requires evidence to be credible. Without it, the concept is just a collection of slogans. This is the reason to believe. James Dyson provided the ultimate example of this when he introduced his bagless vacuum cleaner. He made a bold claim that his vacuum would never lose suction. To make that claim believable, he built a clear bin right into the machine. Consumers can see the dirt collecting with their own eyes. The proof was inseparable from the product design. Every layer of the framework eventually compresses into the single idea. Think of M&Ms. Melts in your mouth, not in your hand. In exactly 7 words, you understand the tension of messy candy, the promise of clean chocolate, and the proof of the hard candy shell. If you cannot say your concept in 1 sentence, it is not finished. Clarity is the final requirement of a winning product. Let's look at how these elements align in practice, using Dove's Real Beauty campaign. The tension was a market filled with narrow beauty standards. The human truth was that most women felt unbeautiful. Their promise was direct. You are more beautiful than you think. For proof, they threw out the retouched models and cast real women. All of this culminated in one cohesive, single idea: real beauty. Every year, 95% of new products hit the shelf and die quietly. An idea catalogs the product's attributes. A concept provides the logic for the purchase. If your launch is missing any part of this framework, the tension, the truth, the promise, or the proof, The entire structure is unstable. You cannot build the house before you lay the foundation. Audit your own product right now using the free 5 building blocks PDF linked below and confirm your framework before you start building.